Okay, so let's start with our Wu-Ji posture, our core Qigong mountain stance posture. Feet are hip width and parallel. Feel the earth under your feet. Feel a strong rooted connection as if you have roots growing into the earth and drawing up that earth energy and the nutrients, bringing them up. And then also at the same time, we stand straight, tuck the pelvis ever so slightly, create a neutral pelvis, feel this elongated spine, tip the chin down just a little bit to keep the spine straight. And then importantly, we feel like we're being lifted from above by a string. So at the same time as we're sinking into the earth, we're also lifted from above, and that heavenly energy, yang energy, is flowing into the crown and the face and the shoulders, the ears, and at the same time it's pumping up from the earth through the arches of the feet and through the hands. The hands are like suction cups, sensing and welcoming that energy, that earth energy. Relax the back, neck, shoulders, and face. Just stand. Scan the body for any tension. See if you can breathe into any tight areas. Relax. Let go of any stress. Let it melt away like warm honey. And then we'll do our purging, purge the qi to allow fresh qi to come in. This is good to do at the start of the Qigong routine. So we're gonna go like this. Inhale, and then, bring the feet apart just a little bit first, a little bit farther apart, and then exhale, exhale, inhale. Inhale to the center, and then exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then we'll get into the rhythm of it. And then you can start turning the head. Very invigorating. And then back to center. Inhale. Draw down a column of qi. And again. Very nice. And then let's lift up our toes. So clasp the fingers together and then turn over up to the sky. And then stand up on the toes. Feel that nice stretch through the shoulder girdle. And then release out to the horizon, extend out to the horizon. And then clasp the other way. And whichever way the thumbs cross the other direction. Up, overhead, toes, and release. We'll do that a few more times. Go. And then straight. And let's do again, let's cross and let's hold it this time. And put jutting the hip out a little bit like that. Let's stretch over to the other side, really keeping the arms aligned, so don't collapse. And then look up towards your elbow crease. And then look back straight, come up, and then release. And then once more, like this. And now we'll tip the other way. So jut the hip out, not too much, but just a little bit. And then keep that arm up, don't let it collapse. And then look up towards the elbow crease. Feel that nice stretch. And then look back up and to the side. And now we'll do the 5 intentions. So let's relax into ragdoll. Really relax the back, neck, and shoulders. Release any tension or stress. Sway from one side to the other side. And then back to center. And then let's draw up that earth chi. So feel the chi, feel the chi. Hands flip over, eyes open wide as if you can see every molecule as we see the chi. And then bring half inside, half outside. Let the palms float down, riding that wave of chi. Feel the connection at the dantian. And release into the earth. Once again, ragdoll. Let go of any stress or tension. Release. Relax, let go of any tension, and then draw the chi up from the earth into the feet and hands, palms flip over, funnel that heavenly chi, hands float down, riding that wave of chi. Feel the connection here at the belt channel. Notice that energetic connection. Notice any sensations, vibration, tingling, magnetic quality. You can bring the hands out and then back in, play around with it. Sweep the hands back. Move forward, riding along the belt channel. Feel that energetic connection. And then relax. Let any tension melt away. Pulse. Hands draw out. Feel the chi. Eyes open wide. See the chi like you can see everything. Half inside, half outside, floating down like a wave. Feel that connection here at the belt channel. At the dantian, main energy center. And then release. And come back to standing. Feel like you're standing in a big lake of chi. And then relax. And let's do the 8 brocades. Raise the hands up. Flip over, holding up the sky. The Buddha holds up the sky. Static stretch. Open up all the front channels. Lift the diaphragm. Inhale. Look up. And release out to the side. Once more. Inhale. Buddha holds up the sky. Tip back just a little bit. And then release out. Full body. Hold up the sky. Release out. Buddha holds up the sky. And release out. And then relax the shoulders. And then we'll do rider on horseback. Backs of the hands face each other. And then the palms. Pull back. Feel that connection right here. Out to the horizon. Look through the L shape that the forefinger and the thumb make. And sink. Look. Engage the eyes. Rise up. Sink. Look out. And back. Out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sink. And rise. Sink. And rise. Great. And relax. And we'll do number 3, separating heaven and earth. So one hand pushes down, the other hand comes up, palm up. So a little bit like the first one, but with one hand here. Put palm up, and then palm comes up like this, pushes up. The other hand presses down. We stretch, inhale. Inhale some more, circle around, press down. Palm comes up. Inhale, inhale some more, circle, and press. Inhale, up. Inhale, press. The downward motion causes the energy surge on the other side. We're really circulating the chi, clearing stagnant chi, strengthening the chi, strengthening the energy. Very good. And we'll move to the owl turns its head. So hands float on the lake of chi, and then they spread back, squeeze the shoulder blades, look over one shoulder gently. The eyes lead and the head follows. And then squeeze the shoulders together, and sweep forward and sweep back. Forward, and then turn the head gently, the eyes lead. Very good. And then we'll do the next one. Put your hands on your haunches. This is number 5. And we're going to tip one shoulder down. And then right here, it's like we're ducking under a fence. We come up like this, circle up, and circle up like to standing. Come down, rest the weight on the haunches, duck under the fence. It's like we're kinking a garden hose, and then we unkink it, and that cool kidney water chi flows and cools the heart fire. So we come down and cool the heart fire, establishing a positive, healthy energy pattern, or reestablishing or maintaining a healthy energy pattern. Cooling the heart fire. And then once more on the other side. And back to standing. So that was number 5. And now number 6 is the 7 stars. So the hands start on the kidneys. So the 7 stars is symbolic for the 7 joints: the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the 2 wrists, the hips, the knees, and the ankles. 7 joints, 7 stars. So we have the hands in the kidney energy area, the palms of the hands. Feel that connection. Breathe into the hands. Feel that nurturing energy of the working with the kidneys. Recognizing them, recognizing their support, and then supporting them in return. So we slide down the backs of the legs. And then we go to ragdoll. And then we slide up, sealing the chi. Feel the connection here at the belly, the dantian. Slide back. Feel the kidney area, slide down, release, slide up, slide back. If it's comfortable for you, when you come all the way down, you can touch the intersection between the thumb and the first toe, or just look at that area, and then slide up. Slide down. Seal up. And let's do one more. Slide down. And then back to standing. Feel that connection there. We'll move to number 7. Charging fists. Punching with eyes narrowed. We're going to engage the eyes, and you can engage the toes too by gripping your shoes or the earth. So we start in the high horse stance. The forearms are perpendicular to the rib cage. The shoulders are square. We're going to gather and punch straight out. Keep the shoulders square, narrow the eyes, squeeze all the circle muscles. And then release and reach back, gather and punch, narrow. Squeeze the fist and the eyes and the toes. Clearing liver heat, clearing liver chi, liver heat. You can exhale through the mouth. Inhale and shake the hands. And then relax the back, neck, and shoulders. So that was number 7. We're on to number 8. We'll do dropping the posts. And you can come up on your heels, come up on your toes, come up off the ground, or you can just come up energetically if you feel like you don't need to drop as much. So you come up, shake, shake, shake. Just shake and vibrate out. Clearing the remaining stagnant chi. Nice. And then let's pull down the column of chi to close this section. Draw up, palms flip over, feeling that heavenly chi, tipping back a little. Hand palms float down. Feel that earth connection, and we'll do 2 more. Float down. Notice the feeling of the energy in the different spots. Come to rest. Very nice. So that was, we did the purging the stagnant chi, the 5 intentions, and then the 8 brocades. Well, I'm going to turn things over to Carol. Are you ready? I'm going to unmute everybody. And then I'm going to make sure that Carol is unmuted. 1 second, let me find you in the list of people. There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I was noticing what a difference our little bit of Qigong that you led us through made in my energy field. Because when I started, working, I was just kind of like, and I didn't feel anything when I pulled down my column of Qi. But at the end, when I pulled down my column of chi, I could feel my magnetic field had perked up, and my fingers kind of tingled as I drifted down through my energy field. And that this is not something that you find out by thinking about it. You have to stop thinking and start feeling with your body and your fingers in order to be aware of your energy field. So I might recommend that your energy field has probably perked up too. And if you're in your head, you probably won't feel it. The other thing that I would like to mention was when Tiffany was talking about, I think it was number 7, where we were like breathing into our kidneys. That I want to remind you that your adrenal glands, which are about the size of an olive, are sitting on top of your kidneys. And so, like when my brother started researching breathing, he had a doctor come to him and ask him to research the kidneys with breathing, because he felt that the adrenal glands were strongly affected by breathing. And my brother's never had a chance to really research into that. But while you're breathing, remember that your diaphragm is sitting right on top of your kidneys. They're just underneath it. And so by breathing in deeply and by breathing out with, like some effort, you can like begin to massage your adrenal glands with your diaphragm and your lungs. So, like if you just kind of put your hands back there on your kidneys right now, and I'm not connected because I'm standing here with my legs locked. So now I put my legs shoulder width and parallel, and I bent my knees. And now I can feel more into my back. So these, these things about bent knees and shoulder width and upright, these are things that make your chi flow better. So, like the more you can get into it, if your legs aren't strong, you may need to just kind of work on bending them a little bit each week. Or if you have trouble standing, you might want to do your Qigong in a little chair so that you can follow along and keep your body in as close a position to what Tiffany is doing as possible. Thank you.
No, thank you. That was great. It was perfect. So I think, following this theme, like I said, we're going to do one finger Zen, the Yizhi Chan, and then we'll do some self-massage too. Oh, Walter is asking Carol, could you tell the story about the giraffe's tongue? So you're muted again. Unmute.
Sorry. So my brother is, like he does biofeedback type of techniques, looking at blood flow. And he started with the biofeedback community, but he's developed his own research instruments. And so as a part of that, he worked with the zoo in Dallas, dealing with the giraffe. And so when their giraffe has to be put to sleep for care of its hooves or some kind of medical problem, they let my brother know, and he goes down and takes his computer and his sensors, and he puts the clip on the giraffe's tongue. Normally with humans, you put it on the earlobe, but you can see what's happening with the person's breath and with their heartbeat, because it shows in the little instrument. And my brother says that a snake does not really have any kind of a diaphragm because it lays on the ground. It does not need to pump its blood up in the air. But as you get off the ground, you have to have a bigger and bigger heart and a bigger and bigger diaphragm in order to get the blood to your head. And, the giraffe has the largest heart. It's the size of a basketball, and it has an enormous diaphragm so that it can get that blood up in that head. So, when you inhale, I think this is what my brother says. I'm so dyslexic, I can never keep this straight. But when you inhale, it causes your blood to go up into your brain. And so if you want to clear your thoughts or get rid of emotions, or if you'll just take a really big deep breath, and that's what our Qigong is all about, is taking a really big deep breath with each one of these movements. Did I say what you wanted to hear, Walter, or do you need to add to my story? Well,
okay, thanks, Carol. That was great. And you mentioned that the concept of direct experience, and that's what these practices are all about, direct experience. And I think more and more, some of the benefits are measurable, and you see the more mainstream scientific community accepting, studying these practices and finding, measurable results. But that's not even really necessary, because you can have the direct experience, and some of the benefits will just be, breathing is key. Some of the benefits will just be apparent through the direct experience, and something that you experience for yourself.
One of the easiest ways for you to find out, other than the blossoming of your plum, would be to get yourself a little $20 oximeter. That's an oxygen measurement thing, and you slip it on your finger like that. And they use these in the hospital to tell what your oxygenation of your blood is. And if I'm stressed, my blood oxygenation is not good. But if I take 2 or 3 deep breaths, my heart gets more relaxed and my oxygen starts to come in, it'll go right up. So you could take one of these oximeters and put it on your finger and begin, note the level of oxygenation in your blood, because that's what all of this is about. And then you could do a couple of Qigong breaths and your oximeter is going to show a dramatic improvement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for people that want that Western science validation, there are definitely a lot of Americans, we need that kind of validation, but you don't even need, I think you can can out and have that direct experience. And I mean, especially at the more advanced levels and stages, I think there are things that are still sort of debated in science, like, is it real and is it not? And if you just do it, you'll know, you won't need that outside validation, and that's, ultimately not.
Exactly right.
So very, very great. But I mean, there is something to be said for biofeedback too, especially as a starting place, to be able to see that immediate validation of these different biofeedback mechanisms. So that would be one of them with the pulse ox. So thank you. That's what's so great about Qigong is you are your own. It is very scientific, but you are your own scientist, doing your own experiential and observational science. So now I said we would do the Idra Chan, and we shall. So we haven't done this in a while. Even it's been a few months with this class. So but we have done it before. We've done it not on the Zoom call, but we've done it in the past. So we're gonna do we're gonna make a movement like this, and Om. We're gonna make 3 sounds. Om, and the Om, you can think of this energy area here between the eyebrows. Om, and then we're gonna make the sound Ah, and that is the mouth and the throat chakra. And then Hung, H-U-N-G, Hung, and that's gonna be at the heart center. And then the rest of it, so I think many of you have seen this before, and if you haven't, it's slow and it's accessible and easy to follow along with. So all together, we can come out and do our Om, Ah, and then the hands go down. Feel that earth connection. And then we're gonna push back like we're pushing back on our coattails. The shoulders come together gently. And then we push back and then come. And then we point the fingertips at the belt channel here. Just hold that for about 5 seconds. Feel that connection at this belt channel, named after the meridian that runs around the center here like a belt, and then bring the elbows back, squeeze the elbows together, and then the palms come forward, monkey offers a gift, out, and then back to neutral. Feel that heavenly connection, and then the palms flip over and we feel the earth connection. And this is the position that's held the longest. As a Zhang standing, and you can hold for about 10, 15 seconds, so you can work your way up to 30 seconds. Feel that energetic connection with the earth. Keep a little bend in the knees. If that gets tiring, you can always come up out of it. Tip the chin down just ever so slightly. Keep the spine straight. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And also feel like you have that inner smile, that inward smile. Breathe with the earth. And then we're going to cross right hand over left, connecting the inner and outer gates. This is the point about 3 finger widths up from the wrist crease. The Nai Guan and the Wai Guan. The Nai Guan is the inner gate, and the Wai Guan is the outer gate. So the inner gate's on the inner wrist, and then the outer gate's on the rounded part, the outer part. And we'll just hold this connection, feel that connection here at these energy centers, energy points, key acupuncture points. Yeah, the pericardium is on the inside and the triple energizer is on the outside. And then both palms turn up. So now we're connecting the inner and outer gates, but on the opposite sides. So for my top hand, my right hand, that outer gate is connected to the inner gate of the left hand. So we'll feel that energy connection. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then we drop the palms down. And we're aligning the center of both palms. This is the Lao Gong, also called the labor palace. And this is also part of the pericardium channel and a pericardium point. So we'll just keep these aligned here. Feel those 2 center points aligned. Relax, stand. Feel the tension melting away. Just melting away into the earth, and then also feeling like we're being picked up from above so that everything's a little easier. And then the top hand flips over. So now the palms are connected. Feel that connection, the 2 palms. Still aligned at that center point, the Lao Gong point. And then we're going to begin to pulse the upper hand. Up and down like a wave, like a jellyfish, a friendly jellyfish. Up, down, about 5 times. Pulsing. Notice the effect of the top hand, and then especially notice the effect on the bottom hand. And then come up, and then when we get to the top here, feel the connection in front of the mouth and the little area between the nose and the mouth. Drop the middle finger down, like so, and then just pulse down like a laser beam now. So instead of a broad beam, you have a laser beam. Pulsing through the Lao Gong, up to the mouth, and down, up, and down, and up. And now we're gonna circle. So we're inscribing, and then we use the middle finger because that's the middle and the index finger are the strongest fingers to emit qi. They have the strongest power of qi emission. And then inscribe the other way. Feel the effect on the lower hand. And then bring the finger back up. Bring the hands, arms out in a relaxed way. And then we're gonna circle the qi, and then circle the qi, and then separate the hands, and then both hands are now facing palm down. Float the hands down, and then we'll start, but then we're going to do
the other side. So push back. Shoulders squeeze together gently. Align the fingertips at the belt channel. Feel that connection. Breathe. Smile inwardly and relax. Squeeze the elbows together gently. And then monkey offers a gift. We come out, present, and then come back neutral. Feel that heavenly chi on the palms, especially the middle finger. And then palms flip over, feel that earth connection. Maybe you really feel the chi building now. You can feel that, excuse me, a little bit of pulsing in the hands as the blood flow increases. And then we're going to cross the wrists. This time left over right. The other time we did right over left. So left over right, or just the opposite of what you did before, if you can remember. But we did start with right over left, so now we'll do the other way. So we're crossing at the inner and outer gates, the Naiguan and the Waiguan. This is about 3 fingers out from the wrist crease. And we feel that energetic connection. We'll just hold that for about 5 seconds, 5-10 seconds. And then both palms turn face up. So we're doing the same as we did the first time, but just with the position of the arms and hands the other way. So feel this connection still here. The inner and outer gates, you might feel a little vibration or warmth, magnetic quality, tingling in the hands, all normal things to feel. And then drop the palms down. Feel that connection at the Laogong, now the circular center point of the hands. And notice the sensations in the top hand and the bottom hand. So for me, the top part of my top hand is very tingly. Really feel the vibration and the tingling, and then the bottom of my top hand is very warm from the warmth that's being emitted from the bottom hand. And then I'm going to flip the palm over, so now the palms face each other, and we're going to pulse. Feel the connection and then pulse about 5 times, a little bit higher each time. Moving up to the lip, the mouth, and the little area above the top lip. I'm going to do a couple more times, building that chi, feeling that chi, playing it like a chi accordion, and then come up, and then the middle finger comes down like that, and we're going to pulse. And you can look at your palm, you might see that it's kind of red and blotchy. Totally a good sign. And just feel that connection, like a laser beam, pulsing a few times. And then now we're going to inscribe one way, circle, inscribing in circles on the bottom hand, noticing the effect on the bottom hand. And then inscribe the other way. And then the finger comes back in line with the other fingers. Off or out like this. Circle one way. Circle the ball of chi. Circle the ball of chi. Spread the shoulders, spread the hands apart. Turn this palm over so they're both turning, facing palm down. Float the palms down. Feel that energetic connection. Standing and pulse with the earth. And then come back to Wuji posture. Standing in Wuji. Feel the alignment and the balance. Using your postural muscles to hold you up. Using as little effort as possible. Feeling a straight spine, feeling like you're lifted from above. At the same time as you're sinking into the earth. You're lifted from above.
And then we'll sweep the hands out. Palms face up. Funnel in the heavenly chi like warm honey. Hands float down. And breathe with earth. And point to the earth. The fingers like a tent. Very good.